Hi, how do you feel in the morning, huh? Do you wake up feeling tired, groggy, or do you wake up feeling energized? I would like to talk to you today about the correlation between the food that you eat and how you feel. So, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the average person spends 1 hour a day eating. Have you thought about how much that 1 hour a day impacts the rest of your day? How what you eat in that 1 hour impacts the rest of your day. Okay. My goal today is to talk to you how to gain control over how you feel. It's by starting with the easiest thing first, which is eating. It is so easy to eat, right? Just pick something up, put it in your mouth. So if you eat a banana at nighttime, a banana has magnesium, so it acts as a muscle relaxant. It releases serotonin, which makes you happy, and it also releases melatonin, which makes you sleepy. So it's the perfect nighttime snack. Just like if you eat cheese, cheese has amino acids, which helps your brain to stay alert. So if you actually ate cheese at night, it would keep you up. But if you ate cheese in the morning, it would give you that energy. So maybe you could eat a little cheese with your breakfast, and that could help to prevent you from having to drink coffee. So the thing is that we really need food education. When I was pregnant, I would go to sleep at night and wake up with heartburn based on what I would eat before I went to sleep. So the doctor would say, hey, just don't eat greasy foods. But because I didn't have the proper food education, I didn't know which foods really would make me have the heartburn. So it was really a problem. So I'd like to talk to you about exposure, food exposure. So, fun fact, most Americans have little to no understanding between the relationship of food and their body and how it makes them feel, other than the foods that they're actually allergic to. So, in other cultures, however, they have such an inept relationship with food that you can go to the doctor for an ailment and they can actually prescribe you a food. If you do that here in the United States, what are the odds that you're going to go to the doctor because you're not feeling well and they're going to say, well, eat more beets? They're probably not going to do that. They're probably going to prescribe you a pill, a medicine of some sort. So the thing is that we all self medicate to some degree using food. You don't believe me? Think about this. If you're tired, what are you going to do? Going to drink coffee, going to drink tea. Or if you're really tired throughout the day, you might grab an energy drink. What about the very popular one that people love to float around in pop culture, which is chocolate when you're feeling sad? You know, they always show it on the movies. Oh, me and my boyfriend broke up. Let me eat some ice cream. So it's so ingrained into our culture that it becomes normal. So I kind of want to change that. So I believe that a lot of that has to take place, that change needs to take place inside of our public schools. So the in our public schools in the old textbooks, they've been using that old outdated food pyramid from like 1980 something. They just pulled it in 2011, and the new one is just as inept. It says it has fruits, veggies, grains, dairy, and protein, but doesn't tell you which fruits, dairies, grain, and proteins to eat. That's just what it has on their chart. But the problem with that is that everybody's body is different. My body's going to process food differently than your body. I went to an Ayurvedic practitioner a few years ago because I wasn't feeling that great. And she did a whole body analysis, and this is based on Indian practice. They have this ingrained into their culture. You know, they have it ingrained to where food is a part of who you are. So she did this analysis and she told me the things to eat and the things to avoid. I did them. and I lost 15 pounds and felt way better. So some people will say, oh, food education, we already have that. We don't need any more information. It's a waste. Ha! Pun intended. However, the obesity rate in the United States is 66%. The obesity rate in other countries is 34%. So that means that we're nearly twice as obese as everywhere else. That's a real problem. Okay? So once again, this program will teach children and teachers what to do, the types of foods, how they impact their bodies, and maybe also something in there for how different foods impact different body types. So I know there's a whole political climate in terms of the USDA. The old food pyramid was geared towards the cattle industry and the meat industry. So I want to avoid all that. I don't want to change what they do. I would just like to have a program as an additive, okay? And just instead of trying to change how they do things, I would like a program that gained food exposure or provided food exposure through the cultural diets and medicinal uses of food from other countries. For example, the Asian heritage, they have meat at the top of their pyramid. The African heritage, they have meat at the top of their, not meat, but sweets at the top of their food pyramid. But that means that they are to be consumed in very tiny amounts. So, what can you do to help? Okay? You can contact your public school district administration. You can go to those PTA meetings and you can tell them that you would like to have something like this integrated into the curriculum. Let them know that you want this in your kids' school, and watch how the exposure to different options change the health of your kids every day. So 14 years ago, I was a vegetarian. I'm still a vegetarian. I turned into a vegetarian. And my health changed, my weight changed, and my outlook on life changed. So I want you to close your eyes for a second. Imagine 98% of the population with diabetes binge watching Netflix and surfing on their iPhones. Okay? Now, keep your eyes closed. Imagine people biking, jogging, skating, walking, running. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine yourself waking up tomorrow with the energy to fulfill your goals. It all starts with you. Contact the school district. Speak up. And thank you for listening.